I'm sorry.
Hello.
Hi. I'm sorry.
Surprised her when I turned it on.
Oh, it's Sunday.
What is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I started to say February.
I'm pretty sure
April
it's not February.
15th.
Is
God,
it a little
please.
shadowy in here? Or...
I'll turn a light on or off or
Turn
something.
another light on. There. I got rid of it. Yep, there we go.
And give me my little bottle of water.
Oh,
Or my bottle of water. I don't care. I'm sorry. So anyway, we went yesterday we told you we were going to go to a postcards show. And we went. And we have some video of it. You know us, we learn as we go. Excuse me. We now know how to film a postcard show.
Well, no, not yesterday.
Yeah.
Yesterday we didn't.
We kind of did, we'd never been to a postcard show before, so we kind of didn't exactly know what to expect. And so our filming, it's kind of not what I would have wanted it to be. I wish we had showed the whole room, and then Max had just kind of walked and shown how they had break the cards down into categories and stuff. Yeah. And then I wish some of the more interesting ones we saw, we wish we had actually put up so you could see it really well in the camera, and then flip it over and they write the prices very small in pencil on the back of them.
Yeah.
And we didn't do any of that.
Yeah. If you look as we're going through some of the cards, you might catch it where we hold it up long enough. You'll catch where you'll see in pencil $120. That's $120.
Yeah.
Where it says not $1.20.
If you are not into postcards, haven't ever been to postcards, but just say you're somewhere and you run into some postcards. A lot of time at the auction, I'll see, an inch or two stack of postcards, just a whole lot of them going up for sale. And if you can get them cheap, pick them up. They're a slow sale unless they're something fabulous.
Something really, really rare. Fabulous.
But right now, when I'm not feeling that great, it's really, really easy to list those. I was going to have you get that.
Which one?
The scan wand thing or whatever, and show them how you didn't have to put it in the scanner. It was so good.
Oh, my wand?
Yeah.
Oh, let me go get that.
But there is some big money to be made in postcards. I don't know if y'all are aware of that or not. I actually used to collect them. I started collecting them in my late teens, early 20s, just because I liked them. I think, I don't know. It's so funny if you said you like history, I'd say no, it's boring as it can be. But there's been different things through my life that made me think, maybe I don't think it's as boring as I thought. I used to love, I started out with the holiday postcards, and they kind of got overwhelming, and they also those were really expensive. And then I kind of went to state postcards, but I get bored easy. So hello from Ohio, hello from blah, blah. And I was going to get all the states that I had ever been to, and do that. And then, I kind of got out of that. Life happened, everything happened. But our grandsons have 9 living grandparents. And they were all, they were all doing something for the grandchildren, and putting money into their college funds, or writing them into the will and stuff. We ain't got no money. So I was trying to think of something we could do to help. Well, not even remember us, but I just wanted to leave them something. I have no idea if they'll appreciate it, if I care, whatever. But I wanted to do something. And so Max and I kind of chit-chatted back and forth about stuff. And I thought, you know what? Let's do a scrapbook of Roanoke. We're not from Roanoke, but our grandchildren were born and they're going to be raised here. So I thought, well, that'd be kind of a neat thing to do, and maybe we can do it with postcards. So we started out, and I wanted to go like from the late 1800s up to like 1940, 1950. And we started doing it. So, of course, I go on eBay and search, and I put it as a save search. So every day I get new emails saying these postcards concerning with Roanoke in the title are on, they came up for sale today. And we have really gotten into it. We've learned, and we're not from here. And we have learned so much doing this. We'd hear people mention this or that or whatever, and we didn't have any idea what they were talking about.
They say, yeah, I used to go to so-and-so place, and it was so much fun to go there. And we're going, what? That place is not...
So
never heard of it. It's not
we have just learned so much doing this. And show them the book. This is what we started
with.
Yeah.
We got this nice 3-inch binder.
We thought, okay, we'll do this.
And we got,
And we broke it down. We thought, okay, let's break it down by category. These are all just welcome to Roanoke. Honey, you're going to have to get it closer.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to. It's heavy.
And why don't you turn it the right way?
Well, I can turn it this way. Give me a minute. Go back here. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. And then these are kind of the same thing, just general Roanoke. And then...
This is a... what is that?
It's an advertisement.
Oh, advertisement.
Trying to entice people to come and live in Roanoke. And it's like I say, the more
the little pamphlets about Roanoke.
Yeah, the more we I started getting this email every day. We started seeing all this kind of neat stuff. And
star.
So we thought, oh well, let's include that too.
Yeah.
But the moral of the story is we now have 12 volumes.
Well, this is the one that we haven't broken anything out of yet. It's just got stuff in it. Yeah, there's that book on Roanoke.
Yeah, the Diamond
Jubilee. Yeah, there's that.
But yeah, we
had the dividers, and this here's the dividers. This is Patrick Henry Hotel.
Yeah, Roanoke has some very famous
there's postcards of the hotel.
Landmarks.
See, postcards.
And some huge. This was the transportation center of this whole area. Yeah. And anybody who wanted, we even have like a letter with a letterhead on the hotel.
Henry, yeah.
This was a shoe shine cloth from the
Hotel Patrick Henry.
Yeah. But
Ponce de Leon, another hotel.
Now these are all still here.
These buildings, are still here.
The Patrick Henry has been
turned into apartments.
Yeah, they're lofts. They're downtown. The bottom floor is businesses, and there's a restaurant in there, and all up floors have been turned into lofts downtown. And the Ponce de Leon is the same thing. Yeah. They've all turned it into lofts downtown, and they're quite pricey. But it's neat. I'm so glad they didn't tear the buildings down. This is the schools.
Schools, yeah.
And instead...
this is one of the school newspapers. We found an old school newspaper from 1946. Yeah. 1946 school newspaper.
But like I said, we started breaking it down by things, and
some of these schools have been turned into apartments also.
Yeah.
Some of the old schools.
And it's funny, the history and stuff, the politically incorrect and the...
oh, boy, yeah.
Yeah, we have a picture of some schools for the Negroes and women's college. And, this was funny. Read this one, honey. That's my favorite one. Turn it around and read it. This is an advertisement trying to get women to come to the college. This little one right here.
Oh, that one there. Oh.
Yeah, this one's really funny.
Yeah, one of the leading schools in the South, modern buildings, extensive campus located in the Valley of Virginia, famed for health and beauty and scenery. Effective preparatory college courses, music, art, expression, domestic science under the direction of European and American instructors, supervised athletics students from 32 states. For catalog, address your letter to so-and-so.
Yeah, that was the Virginia College for Women.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was. And it goes on. We got hospitals and then country clubs.
But anyway, yeah, we started breaking it, and it
that?
got so full we had to break it down. And as I said, now we're at 12 volumes, and
This one closed. And this one here is about to have something else broken out of it.
Yeah.
Soon because it's starting to get full.
show them some
Yeah,
of
let
those
me
we
go
broke
there.
out.
They have smaller little 2-inch binders.
I don't know how old y'all are, but if you're like us,
motels.
when we traveled and I was younger, which wasn't very often, you always stayed. They didn't have like chain hotels. You stayed at like mom and pop places, you know. Well, and there are some. Some of these are so
There's
neat.
the Holiday Inn. And,
Well, yeah, but I didn't that.
That's. Yeah.
But yeah, some of the things they
Oh,
advertise.
let me look that one up. Where is that? Really, that's one of our favorites. Go on, keep talking.
Well, I was gonna say some of the things they advertised was like, you know, tile bathrooms, and a lot of the phone number. You know, the old phone numbers where it's not 7 digits. It's
Temple 20335.
And
Oh, yeah.
a lot of these, of course, are gone. But it's so funny because some of these are still
Let me
here.
get this here. This one here, I don't know if you can read that, but it's the Dun Roman Motel. That's a little play on words there.
Yeah, that one's not here anymore.
Yeah, that one's gone.
Some of them are still here though, and some of the ones that are, you don't want to stay there.
And another one that's not here anymore, but this is the English Village, and they had cottages. Little cottages.
Yeah, if you traveled back then too, sometimes they did. You stayed in like individual cottages instead of,
Any others?
Oh, I'm just trying to think some things they advertised. Were funny.
Oh, on the backs of these cards?
Well, sometimes on the big front, the sign in the front, it'll say,
yeah.
you know.
Oh, like this one here. Let me just pull this out. It's easier to do. They got advertised on it. Free television, and it's air conditioned on the sign. So that was a bonus back then.
And something else which I never ever thought of, but I guess it was kind of a neat idea. We get a lot of these, and on the back of them it will say, "Stayed here on such and such a date," and you know it'll say like maybe visiting Aunt so and so or passing through on the way to blah blah. And I kept thinking about this, and I thought, well, you know, back then cameras were expensive. And having the film developed and buying the film, that was expensive. So instead of taking pictures of a trip, you just would buy the postcard and write that information, and you know you could take it home and show her, look, this is here it was. Or whatever. I thought, well, that's kind of a neat idea. You know, I would never have thought of that. This one's still here.
Yeah. This is
But the ones that are still here, it's something now. The ones downtown we were talking, they turned it off. So those are nice.
That's the Whitehall Motor Court.
Yeah, this one you probably wouldn't want to stay there.
They've
anymore.
gone from, renting it for a night stay to you can rent it by the
Weekly.
week or you can rent it by the hour.
Yeah, they're kind of bed bug. I would say bed bug havens. And that part of town has also.
It's on harder
Roanoke
times.
moved. You know, which a lot of towns do.
Well,
this part of town, which was the thriving, booming part, kind of went downhill, and they just went over here, and then that's the thriving, booming part.
We have another binder here for.
Yeah, and I don't know if you're aware of Roanoke or not. Roanoke we have the largest man-made illuminated star in the United States or the world.
Pretty sure it's in the United States.
Well, it says in here.
It's in here somewhere. And this is, at night, it's normally lit up completely with white lights, but they also have up there, they can light it up red, white, and blue. for patriotic
Yeah,
events.
and
But they got
occasionally it will go dark. I think 9/11 it went dark.
yeah, it did.
But it's on the top of Mill Mountain.
Yeah.
And there used to be a casino up there. There used to be a restaurant up there. There used to be a cable car.
There used to be a hotel up there too.
Yeah, there used to be a cable car that you could go up to
the top. You can see on this picture here, you can see the cable car that runs up the mountain.
And there is still a zoo up there.
Yeah, the zoo, and then the Star is still up there.
A dance pavilion. But all of this has... The only thing up there still is the Star and the zoo. The casino burned down. The restaurant burned down.
The hotel well, not just, but it was, comparatively speaking, within the last 20 years burned down.
Well, and it had been occupied, unoccupied.
It had been unoccupied for a long time. Yeah, but there's a picture.
And the incline is not there anymore. I don't know why
There's a little... all these stuff you're seeing in here, like this children's zoo part, this is all gone, this part of the zoo. All these things.
We still have a zoo, and they still have a children's section, but they almost got shut down because of the conditions
of the...
And they needed a big influx of money, and they did a raise.
This is a big park at the base of the mountain.
Yeah, they raised money and completely redid the zoo, and they got it up to code and whatever. But yeah, we thought, like I said, we thought it would be kind of neat. Something different that the grandkids that none of the other grandparents were doing for them. But it's getting harder and harder to find things that we don't have. Yeah. And also, you'd be surprised what some of these cards cost. We started out trying to stay under $5 a piece. So if we've got 12 volumes, think about that. Yeah. And now we're kind of at the point, because if we haven't seen them, they're pretty rare for us to stay under $10 a piece. Yeah. There are some that we don't have and we will never have because
they haven't got below $100 a piece yet.
Yeah, they're really pricey. Excuse me. But yeah, yesterday when we were at the show, there were $100, $125 single postcards there. Yeah. So, like I say, if you see some out somewhere, garage selling, wherever, pick them up. It's not going to hurt. Even if you turn around, say you pay a couple of bucks for them at a garage sale, and you put them on eBay and put them up for $20, you still are going to make a nice profit on them. But these are the ones we picked up yesterday that we didn't have, which is just funny. So those are the same two buildings. I don't know if there are linen postcards, which this one is, and then there are actual photo postcards, which this one on the bottom is. And you can see those are the same two buildings, but they look a little bit different.
Yeah.
Yeah, if anybody ever does my portrait, I want it done in linen.
Look much better.
Yeah.
Okay.
And this...
just...
Yeah, I know. Somebody had to write home. It's cute.
Yeah. Dear Auntie.
This was a lake that was in the middle of downtown Roanoke. It had ducks and stuff. And since we have been here...
Yeah, this is one of the hotels. That's the Patrick Henry Hotel you see right there. That's
they have filled this lake in, and they built
a library.
An amphitheater.
The
library is still
there. Library used to sit next to the lake, the old library.
They remodeled it.
And they've torn that old one down, and this is the newer library that's there. Well, remember the house that originally was the library?
Well, but you're talking...
That's a long time ago.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Anyway, they filled the lake in, and we have an amphitheater now. And here's another picture of that. Yeah. This is looking down from Mill Mountain onto the city of Roanoke. This is the Methodist home for retired Methodists. We don't know where this is at. We have no idea where it's at. It's so funny, too, because Max and I will find postcards.
Yeah, it's got an address for Country Club Road.
We don't know where the Country Club is.
And we haven't found that yet either. So once we find the Country Club, we'll probably find it.
I think they're hiding it from us because we ain't them kind of folks.
Yeah.
Garthbrook Slums. I got friends at low prices. Yeah, well, that's kind of us. This is a stadium that was here, and it's been torn down since we
This
came.
is the first card we found that has a picture of that stadium. This is called Victory Stadium, and it was a year after we moved here they tore that down.
But it was called Victory Stadium because it was built right at the end of World War II.
1945 it was built.
Yeah.
So, and they went and tore it down before we ever had a chance of seeing it.
Yeah, it was one of the stadiums that all schools could come and play in. You know how schools have their own? No, we don't have that here. Excuse me. I'm sorry.
What is this one? Oh, yeah, downtown.
That's downtown.
Looking down one of the main streets.
And this hospital is still here, but that building is gone.
Long gone, yeah.
Yeah.
This is the Lewis Gale Hospital, but this is not what it looks like now, no.
That's where I'm going to have my scan and stuff done, is Lewis Gale. This is Jefferson Hospital, which is also that's not here at all anymore.
Yeah, that's gone.
And then this is actually right up the road from us.
Which one's this? Oh, yeah, the Blue Ridge Motel.
And it's another one of them that we wouldn't recommend.
You don't want to slow down when you're driving by it. I mean, that place it's bad.
They may hitch a ride with you.
Yeah.
This is the health center, which we don't know if that's still there or not either. We never heard of it.
No.
But yeah, I was surprised how many. I didn't think we'd find one or two that we didn't already have. So, then we hit.
Yeah, one of the churches.
And we got a lot of churches.
That one's still here. One's still here. There's another one that's still here. This is right downtown.
When we first moved up here, it was.
Yeah,
I'm not blasphemous or anything, but every town I've ever lived in, you have the First Baptist Church, the Second Baptist Church, the First Methodist Church, the whatever, the first, second, third, Roanoke, their churches don't have less than like 6 names on them. It's like the Church of the Holy Blessed Mother of Cancun.
And there's a lot of, within 5 blocks of our house, there are, let me see, there's the 2 that sit over here to our right, 1, 2, 3, and there's the one over there is 4 churches, I think, within 5 blocks.
Church on every corner.
Yeah.
But yeah, they know none of them have less than 4 words. I'm sorry, in the title, and it got to be a joke with us. Who could spot
the longest title church?
And we'd be going along, and I'm not lying. It's like every generation of the congregation has added another word to the title. Holy Mother of the Blessed Children of the Lambs of God.
Yeah.
I'm not making fun of religion, but it's one of the first things we noticed when we moved up here.
And there are all these. Most of these are just these little bitty churches. It's just. I'm trying to think of what size. It's like 20-foot front and 80 feet deep.
Yeah, there's small. We've got the big, huge ones. Most of those are downtown.
No, most of those are downtown. But a lot of the little ones are just scattered all throughout the community. You just drive down the street and there's a sign out there, the Holy Scepter of Joseph Church.
You don't even know what religion they are from. Yeah, it's like Methodist, Baptist, Catholic. It's like. You're like, okay, what kind of church is that? I don't know. But anyway, Hotel Roanoke is world famous. They just got I don't know.
They got a Michelin star, yeah.
We've never eaten there. Probably never will. But they used to have a swimming pool. They don't have it no more.
Yeah, it got filled in.
So we got a picture of their used to be swimming pool. We've been in it. They have different.
They have a Christmas thing.
Oh yeah, they have a Christmas. They have a decorating contest, and charities decorate trees, and I don't remember. It's $1 or $5, and you give them money, and then they give you like tokens or whatever. And as you walk by the trees, they have like little boxes, and if you like that tree best, you put your token or whatever in there. And then at the end, when they take them down, they count the tokens, and whatever tree got the most tokens,
Tokens.
they get like a monetary prize that
Prize.
goes to the charity.
Yeah.
And it's beautiful. I mean, the hotel is stunning.
Yeah.
And
They do all the trees, and plus they do the gingerbread house.
oh yeah, and their
giant
chef
gingerbread.
does a giant gingerbread house, and it's a beautiful place. But no, we've never eaten. Max won't even take me for a hamburger in the little cheapo room upstairs. But
Well, I'm not in the mood for a $35 hamburger.
I just wanted to say I'd eaten there, and they're known for their peanut soup. I've never had peanut soup,
never
so I
had
don't
peanut
know.
soup. I wouldn't know.
Yeah, but that's one of their. They actually have a walking tour of downtown Roanoke, and one of the things on the tour is you stop at the Hotel Roanoke and get a bowl of peanut soup and rest your feet, and then you get up and go on to the. I ain't had no peanut soup either, so
Yeah.
he's mean. He's
this
very
is-
mean to me.
I take care of you. You
He's
know that.
mean.
This is the Blue Ridge Tourist Court. And on the front, it says, each room equipped with a Simmons hardware furniture and beauty rest mattresses, fluorescent lights on each bed, and your reading pleasure. Private tile bath in each room. Each room has its own private bath. Can you imagine that in a motel?
And see, look at the back. When I was telling you about people, somebody has written when they stayed there.
Yeah.
So instead of having, of course, I don't know I don't know. You know, I guess if you traveled back then, and if your memory was like mine, you could do this and like, don't ever stay here again. This motel was horrible. And the next time you're going through town, if you had these with you, you could look and go,
With your little
okay,
card file and,
don't want to stay
don't
here.
stand here. No.
But anyway, oh, and then I found these, which I'm going to use these in my jewelry. I don't know if they'll be helpful or not, but I thought they were kind of neat. It's the Indian symbols that they put. Show them.
Oh, yeah.
If a piece of Indian metal, jewelry, wood, whatever, has the symbols on them, it'll tell you like what it is.
Yeah, it tells you what each one means. Yeah.
And
You'll see a lot of this stuff on Indian jewelry, but you go, I don't know what it means. And
yeah, and that's
they
had 3 different ones with 3 different
different sets of symbols
on them. So I got those.
Yeah.
I'm gonna, like I say, I'm gonna run into some expensive Indian jewelry. I mean, you never know. I could always. And this one says, I'm sorry, I don't know what's going on. July 14th, 1951. Got this at the Old Crater Trading Post. Trading since 1912. The main Indian trading center, still in New Mexico, but close to Arizona. Yeah, so those are kind of neat. I will add those to my reference material that I keep for jewelry and stuff. So, anyway. Max is going to kind of fast forward the film a little because we don't want y'all to fall. Well, you can fall asleep if you want.
Fall asleep on this one because
we know now. We learned, as we go. Like I say, we would have kind of done more of a visual of how the stuff is separated, and they have it broken down. I mean, it's not like Virginia. They have it broken down into cities, and then they have it broken down into
subjects,
real photo postcards, linen postcards,
artistic
signed artist postcard.
And then you have categories of hotels and restaurants and whatever.
Yeah, and they actually opened Friday, and we're open all day, and I wish we could have gone in, but Max had to work again. I'm telling y'all, it's getting really on my nerves. It's on my nerves.
Somebody has to pay the bills,
So when we got there yesterday, it was probably 12 or 1, something like that.
Yeah,
and they were shutting down at 3.
Yeah.
So we kind of were in a hurry because we actually were going somewhere after there too. And we actually had to get some lunch in there too somewhere. So I wish we'd had more time to look. Max is happy we didn't because I would have spent more money. But hope you enjoy it. Hope you try, like I say, if you see some postcards, pick them up. You never know. I mean, as long as they're cheap enough. Some of them go for really big money.
You go into an estate sale and they have that box full of 250 postcards, and then they'll say, well, I'll let you have it for $2. Take it, because you'll never know.
$10, take it.
Even $10.
Yeah,
take it. Yeah, because you'll never know what you'll find in there.
Old photo, and I'm sure you know old photos are worth money. But yeah, old postcards are too. And like I say, they may be slow to sell, but you know, for the 10 or 20 cents you'll pay for them if you pick them up in big lots, it's worth it. And like I say, it's very easy for me. Did you get your wand?
Yeah, I got it right here.
I don't know if y'all probably were aware of this. I wasn't aware of this. Max taught me about this when we were doing some genealogy research. I was doing like scanning of like patterns and craft books and that kind of thing, and I was using like my scanner and having to open and shut, and it was a pain in the butt. And
got a little compartment. You just put the batteries in there.
It's one of the reasons I hated doing those kind of things, but
and you just lay whatever you want to scan on a flat surface with this, and you just lay this on top of it and run across it, and it scans it. It's really easy. It takes
so if you're
2 AA batteries.
If you're kind of not, feeling like having a lot of energy and running around and taking mannequin pictures and doing this and this and this, you could just sit with this and just scan a whole bunch of stuff. Really, and I don't think you said it's not that expensive, right?
No, they're not really. It's I don't even remember what I paid for this now, but it couldn't have been more than $30-40.
Yeah. So there might be something.
Case and...
Like I say, you could use it for patterns. You could use it for books. You can use it for craft books. But yeah, it's really handy as opposed to having to use, Yeah. And I know some people use their cameras, but for some things, that just looks better on some things. But I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm delirious.
Yeah.
Oh, I went to my second acupuncture appointment. Yeah, that's what we did too.
Yeah.
Before we went to the postcard show, I went to my second acupuncture appointment. My back and hip are doing some better.
Better, yep.
My right knee wants to be amputated. It is killing me.
Giving her problems.
Yeah.
But we'll keep at it. And
yeah, I'm going back Tuesday. They said to try to come 3 times a week for like the first month. So I'm going back Tuesday, and I'm going to go back Wednesday, and I'm going to go back Friday. I'm trying to work it into my busy lifestyle. So, and thanks very much for all the kind words and thoughts and prayers and stuff. Yeah, it's not fun being old and having pain. I don't know. And I'm not a good, I'm not sick, but I'm not a...
She's not a...
patient.
Good.
Not a good patient.
Not a good patient, no.
No.
She's not patient.
If you give me a pill and it doesn't work within like 5 minutes, I'm like, it's not working.
Yeah, so give it time.
No.
Give it time.
I don't have time.
Yeah.
But,
anyway.
Yeah.
Wrap this up?
Yeah, I'm going to wrap this up. Thank you for watching very much. And, we're getting
thunderstorms are going to be
huge rain and huge thunderstorms tonight, which we haven't had. I can't even remember when.
Been last summer was the last one.
Yeah. I mean, we get little drizzly rains and stuff, but this one's supposed to be really, really...
Yeah, rattle the roofs.
Yeah. And poor Daisy's terrified of
she's already hiding in the...
She hides in her bathroom. But I know some of the country's getting really bad weather, so I hope you're not in that. And you can stay inside if it's raining and do all your eBay stuff you're supposed to be doing, like me.
Yeah. You've been so busy at that.
Yeah. But don't get so busy making a living that you forget to make a life. Be kind to one another and try something new this week.
Try postcards.
Yeah. Try something. Just try something new.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's getting old. You're getting old. Go out there. You don't keep putting it off. Yeah. Believe me. Try something new this week. Love your children. Love your grandchildren. And love one another.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.